Alright, let's get the show on the road. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another J-Rod's Crazy Adventure. So, today we're going to go down a road that I just like to ride around on. I found this road quite a few years back, actually. Probably one of the first roads that I actually just discovered, like, kind of messing around, like, around Idaho with. But yeah, I've probably ridden down this path like 100 times, so whew. Anyways, yeah, when I first moved here, I just kind of stumbled across this road, and ever since I kind of ride down it every now and again. And you know, honestly, it's not a bad road. It needs a little bit of work, but it's a little bumpy here and there, but it ain't nothing too crazy. So here's a little story. There's a club in Twin me and the wife like to go to every now and again, and last night we went there, and there's a guy there from France, and his English was like pretty good. He had a really thick accent, but it was like here for work, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's kind of cool, right? You know, and we were like talking to him for a minute, and he kept trying to apologize for his English, and then he was sitting there telling me that actually it's easier to speak Spanish than like any other language, which I kind of thought was a little bit funny, but man, that view is just pretty. That house is new. That wasn't here last time. Oh. But anyways, yeah, he was like talking to us for a little bit at the club, and basically he said he lived at work. Basically is what he was saying, is he just lives there. And I was just like, damn. And like, don't get me wrong, I feel like I live at work a lot too. Like, I don't know, I've definitely put in like almost like 90-hour work weeks before and stuff. So I mean, I get that, like I feel that, but I just thought that was kind of funny that there was a guy from France and he was here for work. And I don't know, I kind of like meeting people like that, or that are from like a different country. I always kind of think it's kind of neat. But anyways, yeah, so no, now when I first moved out here, I kind of did a lot of riding. Back when I first moved out here, I had like a 2007 Ninja 250, and I did a lot of riding on that bike in particular. I used to take that thing on trips and go crazy with it, and that's actually how I found this road, was back on that little 250 I used to have. I just used to ride around pretty much all over the place on that bike back when I had it. Yeah, those the motors in there, the cam bearings like to go out, and then you go to adjust the valve clearances and there's just nothing to adjust there. Like, it's because the cam is physically moving up and down. But yeah, no, on the back, I kind of miss that bike. Because that's actually part of the reason why I bought this Ninja 400 was because I was like, oh, it should be pretty close to my old Ninja 250. And honestly, to tell you the truth, this is 3 times more of a beast than that Ninja 250 ever was. I used to ride that thing at like 9,500 RPM, cruising down the interstate at 80 miles an hour all day. And I had to do a bunch of weird stuff to get it to do 80. Like, I dropped the rear sprocket down from a 45 to a 42. And I didn't run the stock tire sizes either. The rear tire on that, I think it was supposed to run, I think if I believe this is correct, a 130 by 80 by 16 is what that rear tire used to, or like what it's supposed to run. And I ended up running I think I ran a 130 by 90 by 16 on it, and all I did was make the tire a little taller on the rear. But I used to be able to get tires for like 50 bucks a piece, and I'd get like 10,000 miles out of those tires. And that bike was like the cheapest thing to trip on ever. Oh, that was kind of a cool, kind of some cool guys on some bikes today. Used to ride that bike literally everywhere, and I do miss having that bike. I've never been able to find one ever since I got rid of that one that's actually in decent condition. And what I mean in decent condition, I mean it hasn't been wrecked or it hasn't been neglected. Because I did find one, I think it was like last year, and the guy, I honestly, like, no, like, I understand where that guy is coming from, but the bike was nowhere near worth it. The thing only had 700 miles, and it was actually kind of a sad story. The lady that he bought that from, the guy, or her boyfriend, didn't like the motorcycle, so he made her park it. And since he made her park it, since he didn't like the motorcycle, it sat. She literally bought it brand new. It sat until like, I think it was 2 years ago is what he said he bought it, and it sat inside of a barn that entire time. So the thing only had like 600 miles on it. And the thing was is that he was asking, like, no offense to that guy by any means, but he was asking like $3 grand for it. And the thing actually needed a new gas tank because the water had gotten into the gas tank from it sitting, and it literally rusted the inside of the tank out to the point where there was actually holes like on the bottom of it. So he had put a tank liner in it, and it was kind of janky. And then, like, it just didn't run right either. Like, he had it running, but, like, you could tell that it needed some carburetor work and stuff. And, I mean, like, carb work is easy to do and stuff, but there's just a point where, like, that bike was made back in 2007. I mean, that's an old motorcycle at this point, anyways. So, anyways, yeah, I walked away from it because he was asking way too much for it. I kind of felt like it was kind of it just wasn't a good deal. That was the only time I ever found one that was actually in good condition that I actually thought about buying. I mean, it was in alright condition. It, like, cosmetically, yes, perfect. Mechanically, there was some janky stuff going on with it, and I was just kind of like, nah. Yeah, I've been on the hunt for another one for a really long time, and I've never came across another one that's actually in good condition. I just kind of accepted that I'll probably never have another one, though, which I'm kind of okay with. I mean, it is what it is kind of shit. It is what it is. But anyways, that was kind of my spiel about my old 250. I mean, I miss that bike. I mean, I don't know. I like this bike. It's just not my old 250. And like I said, I had to do extremely jank things to get that bike to do what I did. To replace that bike, I bought a 1980 KZ 550, and I put about $800 for the parts into that thing. And yeah, the motor grenaded. It ran hot, and it blew a hole straight through the piston. So it was kind of just junk after that. I only paid $300 for that thing, so in total I put $1,000 into it. I bought a KZ 750, not being smart. Didn't learn my mistake from the first one. Funny story, wife won't let me buy any more KZs because they're cursed. Man, it is, it's another windy day. But anyways, she won't let me buy another KZ because they're cursed. I mean, we never had any good luck with used KZs. Okay, like the 750 I sold because I had a giant wiring issue and I didn't feel like dealing with it. It would randomly just not start, and like, I mean, it killed all ignition. So if you were riding it and randomly decided to just say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, you were stuck there. So anyways, I think I'm going to call it right here, guys. It's kind of windy out, and I doubt you guys can even hear me to begin with, so I guess I'll see you guys next time on J Rod's Adventures. Please, if you could, like, comment, and subscribe. That would really mean a lot. So I'll talk to you guys later.